Hi, I'm Joelle Wallach, and I'm a composer. I'm very grateful to Tanya Leone for this opportunity to introduce you, whoever's watching, to my work and my music and my thoughts about music. And I'm grateful also to Tanya's assistants, Amy Frawley and Marcello Di Rosso, for helping and create the video. So now to my music. I write in a whole bunch of genres: orchestral music, choral music, chamber music, songs, instrumental music, music for dance. But all of my music intends to communicate emotionally. So I write about things that are important to me. Some of them are public things: the environment, politics, human rights, peace, and some are more personal things. And in fact, that's what I have chosen to show you today. Today, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of segments of pieces that are about love, but different kinds of love: romantic love, the longing for love, maternal love, sex, flirtation, and even grief at the loss of love. So first, here is an artist's love song. It's called The Cloths of Heaven, and it's based on a poem by William Butler Yeats. In it, you could hear the singer saying the words, I have only my dreams to give you. And in fact, for an artist, that's all there is. Our dreams are our life.
Had I the heavens embroidered cloths and wrought with gold and silver light, the blue and the dim and the dark cloths of night and light and the half-life, I'd spread the cloths under your feet, but I, being poor, have only dreams. I spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, tread softly, because you tread on my dreams.
Sometimes the search for love itself is blind, and therefore it's sometimes funny. Now, one of the things I love about music in general is how it can simultaneously express emotions that might seem otherwise to be contradictory. We all experience that, emotions that are contradictory, but they're very hard to express coherently in words. But music does it pretty well. Now, this song, which was edited from a classified ad in the New York Review of Books, an actual personal ad, the music itself, especially the piano part, is very romantic. And the woman's longing is very evident, especially at the end where the text, I've repeated several times, write to me, write to me, write to me, she says. Yet the entire song clearly shows how angry she is at men. These are strong feelings, opposites, and yet so clearly understandable through music's capacity to express what otherwise might be contradictory feelings coherently together. This is a song called epistolary. Epistolary is a word that refers usually to a book, a novel that consists of letters. And of course, because this is a personal ad, one hopes that the follow-up will consist of letters. So here is epistolary.
Don't write to me if you are
Exploring different aspects of love and sex is also the focus of my ballet, Glancing Below. In this short clip, you can see, and of course hear, both tenderness and violence. And then there's love that's just a fantasy, or maybe not. In this song, called Milkman Eggs Please, based on a poem by Susan Donnelly, this is a woman who is obsessed with the man who delivers dairy products to her home every morning before dawn. Now, you guys may not be old enough to remember milkmen, but I'm old enough. And I remember how they would come in the dawn and deliver these sweating glass bottles of milk and other dairy products. So here's this woman, and we don't really know whether her affair with the milkman is a fantasy or real. We just don't know. But the puns are real, and the humor is real. For example, feathered brown eggs that fit your palm, or how the music screams at the word cream. So here is Milkman Eggs, Please.
It's predictable, yet with the shock of red hair, my son is known by. Don't trust a man in a closed van. Give me a border-colored truck, Guernsey and watercress laid back door. Him spring it out with a quick march, almighty lead the way. None of your
is not my only funny song. One I wrote, based on a poem by Dana Gioia, is about an alley cat in heat. It starts, "Come into my garden, Fred. The neighborhood tabby has gone. Come into my garden, Fred. I've nothing but my flea collar on." And parenthetically, I write a lot of songs about and to and for my pets. Recently, I wrote a song about someone else's pet. I wrote a song in the voice of Gertrude Stein's poodle, Basket. So love for pets is one kind of love, but that's not what I want to talk about next. There's love that isn't funny at all, and that's loss of love. I'm going to play you a little section of the second movement of my second string quartet. And here again, it's something with a lot of conflicting feelings. I wrote it after my husband's death, and you could hear in this the conflation of anger and sorrow. So here it is, a little fragment of my second string quartet. Did you notice the viola solo in that string quartet? Something that is very interesting to me in writing for multiple instruments, especially in orchestra pieces, is the way the same musical material can have such a different feeling when played by a soloist or played by a group. I think of solo material as being much more intimate and contemplative and private than the same material when it's more outgoing and exuberant, sometimes played by a whole orchestra or a group of instruments. So here's my tuba concerto, or a little hunk of my tuba concerto. It's called Love Letter, postmark San Jose. I wrote it for the San Jose Chamber Symphony and their wonderful tuba player, Tony Clements. I was preparing to leave the Bay Area after having spent several months there. And this is another kind of love of a place. Maternal love might be the most enduring and universal kind of love. In this song, part of a song cycle called Piececitos about immigration, which is based on poems written more than 100 years ago by Gabriela Mistral, a mother sings to her young child whose feet hurt from their long, difficult trek to find refuge. And of course, it reflects my own sympathy for immigration and exile, people who are searching for safety and a new home.
Piececitos de niño, afanosos de frío.
Piececitos inspired Esperanza, a chamber opera I've just finished, working on it with a very brilliant young librettist, Alejandra Martinez. In addition to 3 or 4 singers, 3 instrumentalists, and a small group of dancers, there's a children's chorus, and I hope that that will make it possible for children to sing it in various community settings. Here is an excerpt from it, a lullaby. And here you can hear local children singing in the concert along with the instrumentalists and a soprano in a concert presented just before the pandemic by Habitat Home. The longing for love is so universal that this brief excerpt called Hymn to Eros from a larger work called A Revisitation of Myth seems like a good ending for this video. Thank you for listening to my work and my comments. I hope that all of you watching and listening find and keep many kinds of meaningful love in your lives. Bye-bye.